Welcome to this episode on circle geometry. Circle geometry is needed in a Core 1 exam paper. Now, the formula that you'll obviously need to remember for circle geometry is x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. Now, this is basically working out where your centre point of the circle is and also what is your radius. Now, we'll take an example here. So, as you can see, we have x squared plus 6x plus y squared plus 8y equals minus 9. Now, we need to put that into an actual circle equation. So this is what we do. Collect x terms together. So we do x minus 3 all squared, because we need to make it look like the top formula, and x minus 3 will create x squared minus, should I say x squared, x plus 3. That will create x squared plus 6x plus 9. So we need a minus 9 to balance that out. And then we have a y squared plus 8y. And a way to do this is we write y plus 4 all squared. So we'd get y squared plus 8y minus 16 equals minus 9. Now, while we've put in terms of x and y, we haven't sorted out the radius yet. So we do this by bringing the minus 9 and the minus 16 over. So it'd be x plus 3 all squared plus y plus 4 all squared equals 16. Now, as you can see, 16 would be r squared in this example, and therefore the square root of 16 is 4. Well, it also is minus 4, but you obviously can't have a minus radius. So, and I've written the next question a bit too close, so I'll just kind of draw an arrow down here. Now, what you've got to remember is you need to find the centre point of a circle. Now, we have x plus 3 and y plus 4. So, what makes 0 in each of these cases? Well, minus 3 plus 3 is 0, minus 4 plus 4 is 0, therefore the centre point is minus 3 minus 4. Now then, we'll move on to the next thing that you'll need to do with circle geometry, and that is if the point 3, 2 is it on the circle, inside the circle or outside the circle? Well, the easiest way of doing it is to take the equation we had before, so x plus 3 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 16, of course, and remembering that the centre point is minus 3 minus 4. Hopefully that is completely legible to everybody on the video. And then we must substitute values in. As you can see, we have x equals 3 and y equals 2. So therefore it becomes 3 plus 3 squared plus 2 plus 4 squared equals 16. Now, that is 9 squared plus 6 squared, which, as it happens, equals 100. Now, as you can tell, as the radius is 4. Now, obviously, square root 100 is 10. Therefore, this point is outside the radius. And therefore is outside the circle. And just to briefly recap, we've got the formula x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals r squared. Then we've taken an example of what a question would look like and we've turned it into an actual circle equation, and then from that we've worked out what the minimum points are by just seeing what the reciprocal is to make 0. We've also worked out the radius by square rooting your r squared result, and then we have substituted points in to see whether they are inside the circle or not. Now, just for one more example of the first type, as I believe I may have rushed through it a bit quick, if we go for x squared plus y squared plus 6x, now, equals 17, we'll say, completely on the spot. Now, as you can see, we don't need to collect y terms because we've only got y, so it's x squared plus 6x plus y squared equals 17, and therefore we have x plus 3 all squared minus 9, as we previously had, plus y squared equals 17. And obviously, as y squared has no term, there's no x term, the point will be 0, but we need to also work out the radius, so it's x plus 3 squared plus y squared plus or equals 26. Therefore our centre point is minus 3, 0, because minus 3 plus 3 is 0, and 0 because there is nothing on the y squared, it's just y squared, and our radius is the square root of 26, because r squared is 26. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to seeing you next time.